Hello, students. Welcome back to computer science class. I am Mrs. Jenny Shah, and we are doing chapter 11 list manipulation. Last class, we learned about list. We were introduced to list, and I had shown you all various methods in which you can create a list. Today, we will learn a new function, the eval function. Now, eval function of Python is used to evaluate and return the result of an expression given as string. Eval basically evaluates. It evaluates the type of the data. So you can use eval to input data from the user when you don't know what the user is going to enter. Is it string or is it integer? You can see page number 372 of your textbook where they're explaining it. The eval function. So I can say something like y equals to eval and in the bracket I'm giving some sort of you know we multiply by 10 or something like that, and then I'm saying print. Okay, let's run this and see. It must be a string, so I must put this in string. I got the answer 30 even when this was string. Since eval can interpret an expression given as string, you can use it with input too. So technically this should not have given me an answer considering it was a string, but eval evaluated that it was integer and it gave you the correct answer. So I can use this with my input function. How? Let's say I say variable 1 equals to eval, and then I'm taking input from the user. Enter a value. I don't know what value my user is going to enter over here. And then I'm printing it. I'm printing the value that my user has sent me, has given me, saying v1 is of data type, and then I'm going to write type. I'm using the type inbuilt function to check. So let's say 1, 2, 3. It's a class integer. Let's run again and check. ABC, it's not defined. It did say it is string, but it is saying it is not defined. Let's run it again. Let's say, okay, so it takes whatever you put as exact value. So if I'm going to write something like 89 plus 45, it is going to say it has saved the answer. It has in V1, I can see the answer 134. I don't see it as separate numbers. So this is where eval, that is evaluation, works. Okay. Now we learn about accessing individual elements of a list. Just like we were traversing a string, we can also traverse a list. Lists are mutable, so they are editable sequences which have a progression of elements. There must be a way to access every individual element of the list, and there is. But before we start accessing individual elements, we have discussed in last class the similarity of list with strings. Understanding this similarity will make it very clear to you how individual elements are accessed using string in the list, just the way you access string elements. Just like string elements, you can access a list in forward indexing as well as backward indexing. So you can use 0, 1, 2, 3 as forward indexing, or -1, -2, -3 as backward indexing. You can access the list elements just like you access a strings element. List in box bracket I will give you the element which is at the ith index of the list. List can also be sliced. So if I say list A in box bracket A colon B, it will give me all the elements which are between the indexes A to B, excluding B itself. So just to explain this part to you, I'm going to make a list over here for you. Okay, let's say this is my list. Now, when I will say print and I say list in the place of 3, what do you think will be printed? Apple, banana, orange, papaya, or mango? The answer is papaya, because just like we have indexing in string, we have indexing in list, and it starts with 0. Okay, next I say print, and this time I am saying elements from. So let's say elements from 1 to 4. Now what will be printed? Apple will not be printed because it's index number 0. Banana will come, orange will come, 2, 3 papaya will come, mango will not. Now let's run this and see it so you understand the program. The first one we got papaya because it's 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. This is index number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 has not been included. Okay, clear? So what are the similarity of a list with strings? Number 1, length. The function length will return. So I can say print length of the list is. Then I can just use the inbuilt function len to check the length. It's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When length is counting, length will count from 1 only. But indexing will always start from 0. Next is indexing and slicing, which is another similarity with the string. That is, li returns the item at that index. Li to j will return the item from index I to j minus 1. Membership operators, again, in and not in, are used in the same manner. So I can say if apple in L, print yes, something like this. This will also work. I got a yes, or I can just change this to kiwi. Print yes, else print now. So it printed no. I can use my membership operators in, not in. I had shown your concatenation and replication last class. Okay. So accessing individual elements is just like accessing individual elements of a string. Nothing new. All right. With this, I end today's class. I want you all to practice the program on page number 375, program number 11.1 from your textbooks. Program to print the elements of a list in separate lines along with the elements both indexes. Please practice this. Next class, we will go ahead. I'm going to complete the theory before I get into the examples this class. So please go ahead and understand how to get each and every element of the list, how to access each and every element of a list. So these are vowels, and you can see the name of the list is vowels, and vowels in the place of 0 gave a capital A. So what has happened is we have changed the value in this place. Mutable, that means we've changed the value in its place. So I'll just show you the same thing with the example we did here. I can change the value over here and do L in the place of, I'm going to say 5. I'm just trying, okay, is kiwi. And then I'm going to print the list so that we know if it worked. Yes, index, assignment index out of range. So because 5 doesn't exist, but if I change 5 to, let's say, 3, now let's run the list. Papaya has become kiwi now. Now, if I again run, because I have declared this first, I still get this papaya. Otherwise, it would change. If I print the same things after over here again, you will see my answers will be different. Kiwi, banana, orange, kiwi. Over here, I have banana, orange, papaya, and papaya. Also, this will print a yes in the future if I ask afterwards. It's saying a yes here, it said a no here. So this is showing you that list is mutable. We change the entire list. We can't do this with strings. Okay. So this class we learned a similarity as well as a comparison or a difference between the two. With this, I end today's class. Stay home, stay safe, take care, keep learning. Thank you.